Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Let's start today's video off with a recent update from the mutant Nick Walker at about 8 or 9 weeks out from the Mr. Olympia. And in my last video when we talked about Nick, I told you guys that he made some interesting comments on Jay Cutler's Cutler cast, and we are going to talk about those today.
Now, in my opinion, if I have the Arnold conditioning with the Olympia fullness that I had and combine those, I believe I will win without a question. You know, there's a lot of good guys. You got Derek, you know, he got Hadi, Samson. These are all good guys. Hunter's looking great. But I believe in my own self, and I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do, and I've been doing it every single year, and it's not going to stop. And once I win, I'm going to stay there for as long as I want to, and that'll be that.
So as you guys just heard from the mutant himself, Nick Walker believes if he combines his Arnold Classic conditioning with his Olympia fullness, he will win without a question. And I love the confidence from Nick Walker. Regardless where he places, regardless what anyone says about the taller, more aesthetic guys, Nick Walker still believes in himself. But looking at Derek, looking at Samson, I think it's going to be hard for Nick Walker to win this year's Olympia. And I've said this before, but as the more aesthetic guys get better and better, it's going to get harder for Nick each year. As Samson, Andrew, even guys like Michal Krizo and Regan Grimes, if they can reach their full potential, Nick Walker won't be able to beat them just because of his structure. Now, I'll say this. I'll never say that Nick Walker will never do this, he'll never do that. I think it's possible he wins the Olympia. I think it's possible that he doesn't win the Mr. Olympia. One of you guys made a great comment on the last video. Nick is like the Branch Warren of today. He's one of the best bodybuilders. He can win Arnold Classics, but he doesn't necessarily have the structure to be a champion. But again, Nick Walker is a very young guy with at least 10 years of competitive bodybuilding at the highest level. It's possible he does win an Olympia title. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Hunter Labrada, 2023 Tampa Pro champion and runner-up in Texas to Andrew Jacked. And let me know in the comment section below, do you guys think Hunter made a good decision doing the Texas Pro? I believe he slightly lost some of his hype. And not because he placed second to Andrew. I'm pretty sure most people had Andrew winning. Hunter came in dry, peeled to Tampa, but he was a little bit watery at Texas. After Tampa, we were like, okay, Hunter brought it. He finally figured out how to peak. But in Texas, it's like, has Hunter really figured out how to peak? So going into this year's Olympia, are we going to see the Tampa version of Hunter, or are we going to see the Texas Pro version of Hunter? And also, this will be his third show of the year. Can Hunter Labrada bring his best to this year's Olympia? Or have we already seen the best in Tampa? And let's switch over to an image of Michal Krizo looking absolutely massive. And Krizo has a tank on, so the only thing we can really take from this update is that his arms are enormous. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this guy on stage at this year's Olympia. Again, Michal Krizo will be in that top 10 100% in my opinion. But exactly where will he be? Now let's switch over to Regan Grimes. More updates of Regan ahead of this weekend's Italy Pro, which is going to be a great show. And of course, Regan is everyone's favorite to win. It looks like he's going to bring his absolute best. Take a look at his structure in this front relax shot. And the only place I can really see guys beating Regan at this show is in the side chest and the side tricep. We know Regan is a little bit taller, needs more thickness, but Regan is thicker than the last time he stepped on a bodybuilding stage. Now let's switch over to Blessing Awodibu, who has been posting a plethora of updates, looking very impressive and also like he's going to bring his best to Italy. And it looks like Blessing is going to have the best back on the Italy Pro stage, but will it be enough for the win? He doesn't have those crazy hamstrings like Regan Grimes, but this show is going to be a very interesting one. I don't even think I'm going to make predictions. I'm not sure how this show is going to go, but I think Blessing is going to do better than a lot of people expect him to do. I'm not expecting Blessing to win this show, but I think Blessing will do better than most people expect. And again, I'm not going to do any predictions because I predicted Blessing to win Chicago and he ended up in 4th, but he should definitely look better in Italy. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update from Behrooz Tabani, who continues to prep for the Mr. Olympia, but Behrooz still does not have a visa. We're about 8 or 9 weeks out, and it's not looking too good for Behrooz. And last time Milos talked about Behrooz, he said that Behrooz had never received a response from when he put in his visa last year, and I think he is still waiting on that from last year. But Behrooz has qualified for 2 Mr. Olympias, and unfortunately, it looks like he may not be able to make it once again. But we still have a few weeks. Let's keep the hope high for Behrooz, because it looks like this guy is training very hard, hoping he can get to this year's Olympia. And hopefully Behrooz can get a visa in time, because I believe this guy will place at the Mr. Olympia. And let's switch over to Classic Physique. We have a recent update from Terrence Ruffin ahead of the Dubai Pro. Terrence will be competing against Branch Chen Kang. And I know I just said in my last video, Chen Kang is going to win the Dubai Pro and head to the Mr. Olympia. Well, not according to Terrence Ruffin. And Terrence is looking very conditioned in this back double bicep. And it's crazy how fast this guy's physique can change. I've seen it almost every single year, but in the past 4 to 6 weeks, Terrence's physique has done a complete 360. It's just insane. And we still have a few weeks until the Dubai Pro, but take a look at the conditioning of Terrence Ruffin. His glutes are completely striated, not an ounce of fat from what I'm seeing here. Now let's switch over to Dr. Mozoon. I've been seeing this guy all over Instagram, and he will be competing in the 212 division at the Dubai Pro. No idea how this guy's gonna weigh in at under 212, but based off what I've been seeing on Instagram, his physique looks pretty crazy. We will cover him at the Dubai Pro. Now let's go ahead and wrap up today's video here with the archive of the day. You guys let me know in the comment section below, who is this legendary bodybuilder? And as always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from GOAT Fitness. That's it. I'm out.